Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today I'm going to give you guys a Bitcoin update and update on some altcoins that I have my eye on. So let's get right into this. Alright, so I'm going to start off with Bitcoin here. As you can see, Bitcoin has had a nice green candle off of the support. Our buy orders were around 7,200. It looks like we just barely missed that. It's okay though, because if you have Bitcoin at all, you can buy upon a breakout. So a breakout of this wedge would be this downtrending line that's right here, this black one. Just like Bitcoin broke out of the wedge right here and then gave a very solid buy signal, I'm expecting a similar thing to happen right here on Bitcoin. Now this falling wedge that was formed after the bear market started, and it fell all the way down like that, is a pretty standard wedge shape and a pattern that you will probably see again in your trading career. And so seeing another wedge fractal forming right here is a really good sign for anybody that is a bull in the Bitcoin markets. I do expect to see a breakout of this wedge. If we do break out of this wedge, 14K and above wouldn't even surprise me by the end of the year. Usually leading up to Black Friday and the winter creates a seasonal change. Humans function more on instinct than they realize, and seasons have a great effect on how much we invest, how much we spend, and all of those things. So seasonal timing is important to remember here, and with the seasonal timing, I would not be at all surprised to see a breakout in Bitcoin taking us back up to this resistance level at 14K and probably above that with given time as we start to really trend on the upside. Now, Bitcoin is not the only coin that is doing really well right now, which is why I decided to go ahead and make an update. We are seeing a very nice breakout in Bitcoin SV, Satoshi's Vision, as well, which is a falling wedge pattern just like we're seeing right here. And then even more so than Satoshi's Vision, which is already broken out, so this one has already given the buy signal. Also, for anybody that's a long-time viewer, this is a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation for a one wave, so more Elliott waves are coming with Bitcoin SV in my semi-professional opinion or professional opinion. And right here is Bitcoin Cash. This right here is a huge ABC correction, and Elliott waves are very likely to come afterwards. This is what I would consider to be disbelief of the market cycle, where the majority is in disbelief that we're going to go back up and actually have a bull trend return. But we don't even stop here. I mean, Litecoin is rallying very nice today as well, and it has created an even more potent disbelief phase. I've never seen a more perfect disbelief in any market in my life than what Litecoin is producing right now. And it's also creating a falling wedge. So watch that downtrending resistance and keep an eye on that breakout point. This right here is another huge falling wedge example that Litecoin did since the bear market was created. So these wedges like to fractal themselves. You'll see big wedges, small wedges, and then even bigger wedges coming out of all of this, and to keep an eye out for that is something I highly recommend. I know some people don't like falling wedges, and some people are super picky about how they look. Listen, what works for you works for you. Don't listen to other people. If there's something that works in your trading, continue to do it. Just because you watch a YouTube video that says, hey, this is bad, or hey, this is good, don't listen to them. Listen to yourself, listen to your gains in your portfolio, and track to make sure that you're actually getting somewhere with this. So that's what I recommend to you guys. Listen to yourself above anybody else. Ethereum is also in a very easy to see, very beautiful, good looking disbelief phase of the market. I mean, this wedge right here as well. Ethereum didn't make as much of a wedge on the way down, but it's still a falling wedge. In my eyes, that's still a good looking falling wedge. And this is obviously the rally, the new paradigm, capitulation, depression, and then disbelief right here. So this is where the market starts to turn around and creates a more long-term growth trend that's reasonable. And for the people that are like, well, that's all fine and dandy, Dallin, but these altcoins have never had market cycles like this before. So how can we trust that they're going to go up? Well, listen. I'm going to leave the artificial intelligence page on Wikipedia, even though I was definitely getting some cool insight from Wikipedia on artificial intelligence today. Have you ever looked at Bitcoin's original cycles, you guys? Bitcoin used to look like an altcoin. Bitcoin used to behave in the same exact functions that we're seeing across the entire altcoin market cap currently. So, you know, I get really excited about this type of stuff because I've been around the cryptocurrency markets for a while. I was very blessed, very lucky, or whatever you want to call it, to be exposed to the cryptocurrency markets in 2015 when Bitcoin was under $200. And to see the markets repeating the same cycle as even Bitcoin did in 2014, and to see altcoins, a lot of the altcoin markets repeating the same cycle as Bitcoin did when it was really, really young in its cycle, and it did one of its first parabolic advances. If we go back here, the whole market to me looks similar to this right here. What happened in 2014, this rally and this drop. But even more so, if you look at what happened to Bitcoin in 2011 and 2013, this looks so similar to Litecoin, you guys. And going over to the total altcoin market cap, I mean, look at that. Let's just pull down right here. Market cycles are fractal in nature. It doesn't matter what time frame, it doesn't matter how long it happened, it doesn't matter if it's crypto or stocks or anything. If you see a market cycle that's extremely parabolic and extremely retractive, and then you look at the altcoin market cap and you see a market that's extremely parabolic and extremely retractive, and then you look at the volume profile and you see volume increasing in the disbelief phase, and then you look at the volume profile and you see volume increasing in the disbelief phase, you have to stop and ask, as an analyst, is it possible for the altcoin market cap to be a 2011, 2013 Bitcoin, meaning that it's early in its cycles, it's got a long way ahead of it that it's going to grow? Is that possible? And the answer for me, and probably it's for you guys too after a little bit of time following me, is yes. Not only is it possible, but I'm betting my money that it's probable. And so that's what I want you guys to think about today. I still have a lot to learn about these markets, you guys. Everybody does. But the potential for growth in the world and the potential for growth in these markets is extremely high. So don't give up now. Understand disbelief phases of markets are real. We've looked at the market cycle chart many times together, but let's check it out one more time for you guys. The market cycle chart, this disbelief phase, is where I see the altcoin market cap at right now, where I see Bitcoin at right now, where I see Bitcoin SV, where I see Bitcoin Cash, where I see Ethereum, where I see Litecoin. We are in the disbelief phase for the entire market cap. And if this is true, it's going to be very profitable for everybody that's inside of the crypto markets. So I'm very excited, you guys, about what's coming, and you guys should be too. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I see a lot of bright future coming for many of the coins in the market. So I really see this as a time to start taking crypto more seriously and preparing for the next run up. This is what I would consider to be a disbelief phase of the market, where the majority is in disbelief that we're going to return to a bull trend. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and as always, stay profitable out there.